Wire gluing combiner operation, machine installation, arrange the wire payoff frame, wire, arrangement frame, straightening frame, machine frame, wire plate traction frame, and wire band collector in a line, place and fix them in the corresponding position according to the size of the drawing, and place the flattened wire wheel one by one on both sides of the support shafts and fasten the pins to prevent falling off. Second step, install the wall stick. Prepare 4 pieces of wall stick that are cut to the right size, and use a flat blade screwdriver to insert the wall sticks into the glue mold and squeeze them tightly and flat. Cut the uneven excess wall stick. First step, fix glue mold and guide plate. Prepare N pieces of wire adjustment boards of corresponding size and wrap 3 to 4 layers with 50mm IC tape. Usage to wrap the gaps on the solid wire board. The general gap is 150 mic to 200 mic. Put the wrapped wire adjustment plate on the corresponding guide plate and squeeze the plate to the side when placing the guide plate. If the wire adjustment plate is narrow, then needs to cut the. If the wire adjustment plate is narrow, then needs to cut the extra tape. When installed the wall stick glue mode, put the wrapped wire adjustment plate on the wall stick, cut the gap according to the width of the mold, and seal it with module. Install the module and fix it, and then bend the adjusting plate on the module downward with a hammer to prevent head injury. Install and fix AE glue, AR glue and B glue in the corresponding position according to the sequence shown in the drawing, and adjust the gap. Connect the degumming pipeline, open the ball valve, and check the first straightening and splint. Clean the wires in the splint. Neat without twisting, no cross, the gap between the two splints is appropriate, and then can start the motor. Remember that the screws at the interface must be fastened, otherwise the glue will easily overflow. Step 4. Pass the wire through the wire board. Step 4. Pass the wire through the wire board. E. Tilt down the wires on the support shafts on both sides of the payoff rack and guide them to the left and right of the wire posts in the order shown in the right diagram. 4 layers of wire post, 5到10 pieces group, and cut the wire ends flat.
同样，这穿过来以后裹个小钩，挂住它，它这不会跑了就。穿就行，一点点穿就行。 Ready. Ready.这玩意儿，你。
Leave the wires passing through the wire post to the wire rack in the order of the drawing, from the bottom to the top, and from the middle to the two sides, through the guide plate and go into straightening wheel, then guide it from the straightening wheel to the AE, AR, B glue mode in sequence, and then guide it from the glue mode to the straightening machine to wire band traction frame, to prevent running wire. In this way, all the wires on the pay-off rack should be placed from the bottom to the top, from the middle to the two sides, and guide to the guide plate, straightening wheel, AE, AR, B glue mode, and then from the glue mode to the straightening wheel. Pull the frame and hang it on the hook until the wire is worn out. Note: two wires must be as close as possible. If too much wires to loose, may not be placed totally on the traction frame.
这穿过来以后，裹个小钩，挂住它，它这不会跑了。反正现在一点点插上。
If wire too loose, it may affect the quality of the wire board. If the wire gap is too large, the wire band will easily open. During the whole process, the wire must be straight and not twisted or crossed. Tab 5 Temperature Control Electric Cabinet AE Glue Mode Temperature 80摄氏度 AR Glue Mode Temperature 80摄氏度 B Glue Mode Temperature 75摄氏度 Faster Speed with Higher Temperature Normal Speed is 10到15米每分钟 Electromagnetic Heating First start the machine. Then start to add temperature. Inching cannot make temperature high. Faster speed with higher temperature. When the temperature is too high, the glue is not easy to bond, and it is easy to crack. When using electromagnetic heating, the heating switch is not turned on, only the fan is turned on for heating. Electric pipe heating. When the temperature rises to the set temperature, the heating will automatically stop, and constant temperature state is more suitable for gluing wire band. There are two ways to adjust the temperature. Adjust the wind temperature. Adjust the magnetic force of the electromagnetic heating. Step 6. Check before starting. Cover the upper cover of the hot air circulation system, which is for heat preservation, and temperature will be constant automatically when it reaches the set temperature. Tighten the two middle bolts of the wire traction frame and wait for the temperature to rise. Remote operation. There are 4 buttons of ABCD on the remote. Press the add button at the same time to start. D button is inching click to move, and button C is stop. During the heating process, check whether the wires are all straightened. If they are not straight, continue to tighten the two bolts of the wire traction frame until all the wires are straightened. Check the gap between each glue mode and the left and right sides of the wire on the guide plate. If the gap is too large, use the wire adjusting plate to seal the gap on both sides. The gap on the left and right sides of the glue mode does not need to be too tight. The wire band moves back and forth. Reserve a wire gap and make appropriate adjustments after turn on the machine. Firstly, turn on the AE glue mode switch and start gluing. Adjust the upper and lower screw of the glue mode to control the glue outlet. Step 7. Install and fix straightening wheel. The installation of straightening wheel is very important to the wire band straightening. The straightening wheels at both ends of the straightening machine need to be pressed down by hand before tightening the fixing screws. After installation, check whether the straightening wheel is on the parallel surface. Press the on remote for click moving. Check whether the wires are crossed or twisted when passing through. During the adjustment process, loosen the fixing screw and adjust it. Then retighten it and check whether it is straight or not. Step 8. Gluing. After completing the above steps, open the AR and B glue mode valves respectively to start gluing. Fill the wire band with a thin layer of glue by hand. Shake the wire band in glue mode. If the gap is too large, use the adjusting plate to adjust. During the gluing process, lubricate the wire band with thinner at any time, and take away the dirt on the wire band. When the glue mold leaks, use the adjusting plate to adjust the left and right gap. If the wire crosses, stop the machine and cut the crossed wire, then inching start. After the cut wire passes through the glue mold or the straightening machine, then start the machine. You can spray thinner to lubricate the wire band during operation. Step 10. After the wire band has glue, cut off the informed wire band. Install and fix the straightening wheel. The straightening wheel needs to be pressed down by hand before tightening the fixing screws. Step 11. Adjust distance between the wire collector and the wire band traction frame according to the actual site. Install the wire band on the collator and run it by inching. During operation, ensure the work. Step 12. Touch the wire band by hand to check the glue output. If the glue amount is too large, tighten the upper and lower screws of the glue mold and adjust it to an appropriate amount. Spray the thinner to lubricate the wire band. Shake it back and forth by hand to see if the gap between glue mold and wire band is too large. Adjust the gap with the wire adjusting plate and leave one wire gap. If wire cross during operation, then cut it and run in inching. Stroke the wire band by hand. No cracking. Then wire band is qualified. Make sure the equipment is debugged normally and the wire band is qualified. Then can adjust the machine speed to 10到15米每分钟. During the operation of the equipment, use tools to scrape off the dirt on the wire band at any time, and lubricate the wire band with thinner to ensure the wire band is clean, especially be glue. It will affect the wire band after long time. Step 13. Before stop, close B glue, AR glue, AE glue. If it does not work continuously, it needs to be shut down. After the glue in the hose is used up, if glue left in hose, it will be easily solidify after L.